Welcome, Bravidius, to Stardew Valley. I'm back. Hello, welcomers. I still adore this game. It is just so relaxing and lovely. This is a good sign. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. It's raining today. No crop watering. It might behoove us to plant a bunch of crop as well. Spirits are very happy today. They will do their best to shower us with fortune. Hello, Clint. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. Yay, blueprints. Learned how to craft a furnace. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. Thanks, Clint. When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm headed home. Take it easy. Cool. Now, before we started this episode, I will check my mail, don't worry. Or when we finished the last episode, I should say, I said that I was going to craft a scarecrow. Now, we need wood, 1 coal, and 20 fiber. We have 1 coal, 20 fiber, and I think we are fresh out of wood. So I'm going to go chop down another tree or two. Getting a scarecrow up should help us a lot. Certainly in the early game. Now we need 50 wood, so we're going to have to cut down 3 or 4 trees. But it's only 7 a.m. We've got time. No need to water the crops today. I think we'll go in, see Pierre, and buy some seeds. I hope he's open on a Saturday. An extra maple seed is nice. Once we get the first farm area cleared off a bit more, I will be planting some more trees just in the interest of keeping our wood supply up. Okay, that was actually enough for a scarecrow already, but once I started cutting down this tree, I didn't see a reason to stop doing so. And we'll go ahead and go into the crafting tab, make a scarecrow, and put it up to guard our crop. Now, I could put it up here, but if we want to expand the farm, it's probably a good idea to put it on the bottom so we can make another plot off to the bottom left here. So, I'm going to check my mail. My sources tell me you've been poking around inside the old community center. Why don't you pay me a visit? My chambers are west of the forest lake in the stone tower. I may have information concerning your rat problem. M. Rasmodius, wizard. That sounds good. Robin here. I know there's a lot of stone scattered around your farm. If you have a surplus, you might consider having me build a well for you. Wells can be placed all over your farm and serve as convenient places to refill your watering can. Just swing by my shop with 75 stones and 1,000 gold when you're ready for it. Robin. Thanks, Robin. I see you've been exploring the old mine. You've got the adventurer's spirit, that much I can tell you. If you can slay 10 slimes, you'll have earned your place in my adventurer's guild. Okay. 10 slimes. Meet the wizard. Crafting a furnace. And reaching level 40 in the mines. That will take us a little while. No worries, we have all the time in the world. I do want to see if we can find a leak today, for a couple of reasons. Mainly to finish one of the collections, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I'm going to head to the east. We're going to go straight to Pierre's and try to buy some more seeds for our farm. Just checking for forage here first. I'm not sure if you get as much forage on rainy days as you do on clear days. I do plan to do some fishing today as well. Rainy days are great for mining and fishing because that's when you have more energy, because you don't need to water your crops. Okay, hi buddy. I think I want as many parsnips as you can give me. Okay, so you can shift click to buy 5 at a time. So 42 may be a little north of what we need, but be prepared, right? I left my hoe back on the farm, but I am going to certainly pull it out and start putting down some new crop. Oh, and I do have 15 slots already available to me, which is nice. Saved me a little bit of energy. Did I need to go all the way to 42? Probably not. But no going back now, right? Didn't mean to hoe that particular tile. You can use your pickaxe to correct those errors by unhoeing it, but then you're using additional energy beyond the energy you already wasted. So I find it's best just to let the ones that you accidentally hoe go away on their own as long as you know where they are. Now, I do have 27 of these seeds, so what I'll do is fill this 5x5 plot, and rather than hoe 2 more areas, I'll just go ahead and turn my mistake into a feature and plant the last 2 seeds. No problem. By the time they're harvested, we just won't replant there, probably. Raining today and tomorrow, so that'll be really good for us. I have quite a bit of fish. I have quite a lot of stuff, and I think I need to fix that. My tools are in the wrong order and it's driving me nuts. So just bear with me. We're good to go. There's no right order in truth, but it just feels right for them to be in a particular orientation, just because I've played a lot of Minecraft. And I imagine those positions were also determined arbitrarily, but we are creatures of habit. I think I'm going to make it fishing rather than mining today. The reason for that being that mining does not sustain your energy by itself, but fishing, if you manage to fish up extras, you can use those for energy to keep up fishing. And since we're relatively low on energy, that seems to be the more efficient use of it. Foraging, however, is free, so I'm going to pop up here, check around this little area, see if we can find anything relevant. Doesn't look like it just yet. Now tomorrow is Lewis's birthday, so we do want to make sure that we get him a nice gift. I'm going to come down here and do a little bit of fishing. One place I like to fish, and I advise that you fish over here sometimes, if you come to the middle of this bridge and you fish upwards, there is at least one fish you can catch here that you can't catch anywhere else. I'm not sure it's during the springtime, but it is one of the rare fish. Just a little tip for you. And it's a fun place to fish anyway. As one might expect, you'll only catch river fish here. We got a smallmouth bass. And we'll probably get a couple more of those. If we get another one now, we can eat one of them and use it to supply our fishing habit. Now, also, we are getting experience for fishing whilst we do this. So once we level up a few times, fishing will be easier and we'll get new recipes related to fishing that'll help us get other things. So it just adds on. We don't have to go crazy with this. There's another smallmouth, so we will go ahead and eat one. And I'm just gonna fish once or twice more and see what we can get. Some green algae. That's not terrible because it does, in fact, give you some energy. And it doesn't go towards any of the collections. So it's really just free energy. Excuse me. This is probably another bass. Now I'm going to try to build some tolerance and then go up to the top, grab this chest, and then come back down to the fish and catch it. If I'm successful, which it's not looking like for some reason. This is a relatively docile fish and I'm having trouble with it. As my fishing level improves, it will be less difficult to do that. So, there's another smallmouth, but we also got 10 bait, which we can't currently put on our line, but once we upgrade our fishing pole, we'll have a slot on it to put bait. I'll pop into Joja Mart. I don't like shopping here, just on principle, but that is a really cool wallpaper, and if I had 250 just lying about, I might pick it up for our wall. You can use those to decorate the inside of your house, as you might imagine. It's probably Clint leaving for the day. Okay, 4 p.m. there. Hi, Mayor Lewis. Everyone seems a little happier on the weekends, don't you think? I believe that Mayor Lewis has had a unique voice every single time that I have tried to give him voice. Wow. So, there is some benefit to rifling through people's trash. I don't advise this in the real world, but in the game world, sometimes you get geodes and the like. I don't have anything for the museum just yet, but I thought I'd check if a geode was one of the things he needed. Now, I would like to go down to the beach today. I already have smallmouth bass, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to eat both of these, and I will, rather than worrying about, okay, I didn't get the money out of those by selling them in the bin, I did actually get some benefit out of them just by virtue of the fact that I got fishing levels, or at least fishing experience. I'll go ahead and eat the algae. And that gets us up to about quarter energy. I came down to the beach primarily to go to the East Beach and see what kind of forage we can get. Oftentimes there will be shells here. And what's this? I've got this old amulet to sell, but something tells me you're not ready for it, lad. Okay. He's a cool guy. We like the old mariner. Daffodil, not worth that much. I'll go ahead and throw it out. Pick up these urchins. Oh, it's the same type. Why did it not let me pick it up? Curious. No worries. I didn't make it to Willie's on time, so I can't just sell these urchins. at his shop, but I'll be able to do so at my farm. In light of my energy situation, I'll probably just head back to the farm, drop off some things, and then go fishing in the lake off to the southwest. We'll check for trash, soggy newspaper, nothing. Alright. This will be Marnie's ranch, which if we go north from here will take us to ours. Inventory maintenance, as you can tell, is an issue when you only have 1 bar of inventory. So I really should have saved up, rather than buy all those seeds, I should have saved up to 1,000 and purchased a backpack. But I think in some ways I'd rather, quote, suffer through the first few days and then have an easier time by having more money from the initial crops. See, so we have a sea urchin already here, so we can sell these two, and they sell pretty well. There's an algae we can take out, and I'll go ahead and sell these two sea urchins. I can put the wood away. Don't have too terribly much longer. I might go check for some spring onions. I really find them to be a good energy source. I need to learn to carry them around with me, though, if I'm going to get benefit from them. That'll be easier to justify, certainly, once we have an extra row of inventory. Sure enough, some spring onions. A fair quantity, 9 I think. No luck down here. I'm looking for a leak as well. That's a big part of my plan here. I had meant to get to the wizard before 8 p.m., but you really can't do everything in one day. You can be strategic and plan it out and probably get everywhere you want to go, but again, you don't really need to push yourself too terribly hard. I doubt he'll answer his door, but I may as well try. I don't know that this area is a particularly good place for forage. Maybe I'm just getting unlucky, but I feel like I didn't find anything when I came here yesterday either. Nonetheless, we'll be able to get some fishing in. I'll go ahead and clear out some of these rocks and logs and such, just to make pathing a bit easier going forward. Of course, he's not gonna... What? Wow, I didn't think he'd be open this late. Nice checking. Ah, come in! I am Rasmodius, seeker of the arcane truths, mediary between physical and ethereal, master of the 7 elements, keeper of the sacred You get the point. And you, Ryan, the one whose arrival I have long foreseen. Here, I'd like to show you something. Behold! Aw, don't keep him trapped. You've seen one before, haven't you? They call themselves the Junimoles. Mysterious spirits, these ones. For some reason, they refuse to speak with me. Maybe you could let them out of the summoning circle. But whatever. I'm not sure why they're moved into the community center, but you have no reason to fear them. You found a golden scroll written in an unknown language? Most interesting. Stay here. I'm going to see for myself. I'll return shortly. That's handy. Can I have that trick? That would be nice. I found the note. The language is obscure, but I was able to decipher it. We, the Junimo, are happy to aid you. In return, we ask for gifts of the valley. If you are one with the forest, then you will see the true nature of this scroll. So the wizard is one with the forest? Because he's the one that translated it. One with the forest. What do they mean? Aha! Come here. My cauldron is bubbling with ingredients from the forest. Baby fern, moss grub, caramel top toadstool. Can you smell it? Unfortunately, yes. Here, drink up. Let the essence of the forest permeate your body. That sounds unwise. Oh. This room in particular really reminds me of Hand of Fate from the Kyrandia series, an old point-and-click adventure. This is interesting. I could skip the scene, but I think you guys might like to see these. You've gained the power of forest magic. Now you can decipher the true meaning of the Junimo scrolls. Cool. So that means that we need to go to the community center and start figuring out what it is that the Junimos want from us. I have not found any non-spring onion forage thus far. I will go ahead and fish. I'm going to say twice right now, just so that I have a limit. And then I'm going to go home, because I'm 2 hours from conking out. Another smallmouth bass. One thing I do like about picking up the spring onions as well is you get a lot of foraging experience, I believe, because each time that you forage successfully, you'll get a piece of experience. I'm not sure if it's equivalent, so you may get less for spring onions than other things, but there's a lot of them, so I have to assume they're pretty good for your experience. And the earlier you get recipes, the more you can do in the early game. It's getting time to get another chest for sure. Do some actual management to determine what we want to keep and where we want to keep it. Alright, 52 spring onions. May be north of what we need. For now, I'm going to take out my trash. No, I'm going to hold on to the trash. We can recycle it later once we have the appropriate equipment, and then we'll get a little bit of a start on using those machines. For now, I am going to go to bed, check the experience, and conclude for the day. We earned 400 from 2 second-tier sea urchins. That's really good. As you can tell, that east side of the beach pays for itself. I want to thank you for watching and have a lovely day.